back to Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica. Today, we're highlighting a role that often works behind the scenes, but plays a major part in the daily operations of a correctional facility, the finance department. From handling inmate accounts to communicating directly with inmates, staff, this position requires professionalism, patience, and strong communication skills. Thank you for being here today. So, before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I work in finance, but I also have a background in like HR and things like that. So I was like, since I'm good at math, let's just get things stirring up. And that's just how I got into doing things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
I like to read. I have a daughter.
Okay.
She just turned 2, so we always are doing something crazy and outlandish. I actually got into working out too, so I like to do stuff like that. Like I'm always going hiking. There's one that I'm going on. It's like 5 miles, and I'm excited about that. She's excited too. I got this little steering thing, so it's just things like that I like to do.
Oh, that's awesome. That helps to keep your mind, your mental state, and everything.
Yeah,
together. Stress it lessens the stress.
It does.
That's good. So, what inspired you to work in the finance department?
So I actually didn't see myself working in the correctional office, but once I got there, I saw how the background and how we are needed. I thought it was just going to be like me being behind the desk all day long. But you get to see like how every part is a moving operation, and it makes you feel important. It makes me feel important. So that's how I got into it.
I love it. Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, what are some of the daily responsibilities in your role?
My day-to-day is never the same. Like sometimes it's handling bookings and like releases, or handling inmate accounts, processing invoices, getting check balance. Like it's just always something different, and it's always a different story that you need to take care of. It's never the same. Never the same.
So what's a funny story that you could share that someone has either encountered with an inmate or through the tablets?
Okay. When I first got there, I didn't know that you were charged daily for being in jail. So when this lady called, she's like, yeah, my husband, he doesn't understand why he's in debt. And I'm like, I don't understand either. So I keep putting her on mute, and I'm like talking to my partner, and I'm like, I don't know why he's getting $2 a day. And she was like, honey, he has to pay for that to be here. And I was like, you pay for jail? And she was like, yeah, it's not free. So I was like, can you talk to this lady? Like I told her that I was going to refund her like $300. And she was like, okay, we're not going to do that.
Right.
And I was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. This is my second day. But she understood. And it was like she was like, I understand. Like most people don't deal with this. And I was like, no. So that was funny.
Okay, so like in that moment though, how did it make you feel? Like you were like, oh my God.
I was like, I didn't want to be tone deaf, but I was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I know nothing about jail. All I know is money. Like, I don't know. I'm so sorry. She was like, no, she was so understanding, but I was cracking up on the phone because I'm like, why does it say $2 every day?
Yes.
And genuinely, like, they have to pay for it. And I did not know that.
Yes. And you know what's funny? A lot of people, it's not funny, but a lot of people, they don't realize that. Like the inmates, they get booked in and they're like, I had to pay $2. What? I didn't ask to be here.
That's why I was like, why are they paying to be here? But I was trying to feel like understanding with her. And I'm like, no, he's like very much, you have to pay to talk to him.
Yeah. You have to pay rent there. Like,
you are. It's cheap rent, but you have to pay. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Many people do not realize that finance staff also interact with inmates. What's that life like for you?
For me, it's not that tough because we normally interact through like a portal. So they have to get to communicate with us like through tablets. So it's not that tough, but I can understand that it's frustrating for them because they can't talk to us to get down to the problem like quickly. They have to wait kind of like not on our time, but on our time for us to check the portal, find the answer, find the solution. Like, I can understand it's frustrating because finances are already frustrating, and you add corrections on top of that.
Yeah.
I understand why they are sometimes like rough to get the answer.
Yeah. And some, they get really upset. Like, they get upset with us and they're like, I don't understand why this is happening. I came in with $20 in my account and now I only have this amount.
Yes.
And I only ordered this much canteen. And I'm like,
well, sorry to tell you. Let's go through your charges real quick.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. And then some of the inmates, they are pretty understanding once they realize, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. Thank you for that. So there are some challenges that come with handling inmates' accounts. What's something that you found frustrating?
Something I found frustrating is the fact that I can't talk to them, because sometimes people do need that one-on-one conversation. Like, you need to show them as you're telling them.
Yes.
Not more so talking to them like a kid, but talking to them so they understand.
Yes.
You have to pay to see the doctor. Some things come out when you get sent out for things that costs extra, and the whole $2 thing.
Yes.
They don't know that. Or sometimes when you're getting booked in and they're telling you have to pay, you're so focused on I am in jail that you're not really listening to them telling you everything that's going on. So I feel like the one-on-one conversation with the finance department would help. Like, it's a little frustrating because you're so focused on you're locked in, and now you're not really listening to what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
So how important is professionalism and communication in your operation, in your position?
I feel like that is top tier. Finance, okay, like that's the easy part because math numbers never change.
Right.
But you have to know how to communicate to get people to understand. Professionalism is number one.
Yes.
Because if you're not professional, nobody's going to listen to you or understand what you're trying to say. You have to you have to maintain some type of decorum.
Yes.
Because you have to know what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And no one will believe that you know what you're talking about if you're not professional and communicating well.
Exactly. And no matter what department we're in, we always have to try to stay at this level versus trying to get, up to their level.
Yes.
We always try to talk them down to make them understand, because if you're yelling at me and then I'm yelling back at you, we're not going to get anywhere.
Yes.
So yes,
it's going to be a big wall of confusion.
Exactly. And you're absolutely right. You have to maintain professionalism. I love it. I love it. All right. So what is something that people misunderstand working in that department, in your department at the jail?
I think everybody thinks that I'm just going clickety clackety all day, like I'm not really doing anything, especially when I zone in and they walk past and I'm just like this, but I just have to focus.
Yes.
Like, it's a lot of attention to detail. Yeah. But one number can throw off the whole budget. It can throw off the whole balance. It can throw off an inmate account. And then they're like, hold on, why am I getting charged? And then you have to look back and be like, oh, I made a mistake.
Yes.
And again, mistakes happen. We are human, but you have to pay attention. So it's like, I think that's something that nobody understands, that I'm just zoning in because I don't want to mess up a bigger problem, and then we have to go find it, and that's the hard part, going
back. Yes. Exactly. I remember, like, a long time ago, a charge was put in for $200 versus the $2, and the inmate was just going crazy. Like, he was just like, $200, I just got here, So yeah, that's definitely something that has to be paid much detail. Yes. Have you had a moment where you were able to help or guide an inmate with their financial issues?
Yes. So there was an inmate who was there back previously, and they like to pay where they used to owe, and he was on the phone, but he wasn't understanding because he was an older guy. So he actually came in. I printed out everything he owed, and we actually were able to find that some of the things he got charged for, attention to detail, was not correct. So we went through it line by line. I think he was around like 70. He was very old.
Oh, wow.
But we went line by line. He was like, "You are very sweet. I wish you were here when I was here." And I was like, sorry to tell you, I wasn't born yet. But we went through, he paid his bill, and he felt like relieved that he was able to have somebody to actually talk to, like with the GTO tablet, nobody was able to talk to. So me sitting down and reading to him, it was very helpful.
I love it. That is awesome. Awesome. So how do you maintain patience and professionalism during difficult interactions?
I find that I just have to take a moment to realize that I get to leave here. Mm-hmm. So, and they don't. That's tough. Like at the end of the day, my day ends at 4:30. They are still here. So there's no need for me to be rude or impatient or rush them or not understanding just because I'm ready to get the problem solved and pushed aside. Like it's just not fair. So once I saw that this is genuinely sometimes their life, it was easier for me to maintain a work-life balance where I'd leave my problems and I'm fine and I'm able to maintain professionalism and decorum when I'm talking to them.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So, what skills do you think someone needs to be successful in your role?
I think you need patience. You need organization skills to a T. You need to be able to lock in and pay attention because the details matter. You need to be able to talk to someone with respect also, especially when you're talking to other department heads and the inmates. You need to be able to be respectful to everybody who is involved.
Yes, that absolutely matters. Patience. Yes. All right. So, what has this position taught you personally and professionally?
Personally, it has taught me respect. They are people at the end of the day. When I first got there, I was so nervous to go to the back because of not knowing who I was around.
Yes.
But they are people. Yeah. They're very respectful and they're always kind. Like I've not had one issue, but I think just the statistic, what is it?
Statistic.
Like people make them seem way rougher than what they are, but they're very, very kind. That's how I feel about the work life part. Personally, I'm just much kinder to people. I feel like you don't have to be so rough and unkind to get with what you want.
Exactly.
Like, a smile and professionalism and patience will get you way farther than being rude will.
Yes. And for some of the people that don't know you, you actually you were working somewhere else. You were in another field before you came into the correctional field. Now, did you do finance as well in your? Okay,
yes, I did. I've always been really good at math, but I was like, who wants to stare at numbers all day? But then being in the finance department, it just opened up way more because it's not just numbers. Like people, yes, they take finances very seriously, but some people don't understand why people are frustrated with finances. And I think with my background, like with the way I grew up and everything being so tight, it makes me sympathize with them. Like yes, it's always going to be there, but you can pay off in time. Yes, you do have to pay for jail. Like it's a lot of other things that I feel like my background brings to the table.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Well, I thank you so much for being here, for taking your time out today and, just coming to share your personal experience. And to those of you watching, thank you for being here with us today. Please continue to watch us and support us on Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. Thank you. See you next time.